Sure.
All right. And I'm gonna go ahead and refresh my stuff.
Okay.
All right, guys. What up? Welcome in.
I'm trying to follow.
Boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes. Boxes on my left. Boxes on my right. Half open boxes. Already done boxes. We're gonna do box opening tonight, guys. Give me 1 second. We're gonna get link in chat. Sit tight. Hope everybody's having a good night. Ooh, that was not good. And let's go here. All right, cool. And let me put a link in chat for the website. Message and mute this.
Oh, there you are.
All right, cool.
There we go. Mute you.
Maybe we do get your popper decks.
We could, yeah. I mean,
Just
we
play
just sit
popper.
here and play and see. I mean, those are kitchen table / modern decks. We could always do that too. so-
Modern.
But I don't mind. Popper's great.
You're the magic guy, so I'm really counting on you for this stream to like
All right.
entertain us.
We could.
Give us some like cool magic facts.
Oh yeah, sure.
You don't think there's any like? What's your favorite? Guys, let me introduce. This is AK Frozen Goods
Hey.
coming in from Alaska. Let me ask you, Ben, how'd you get started in Magic?
I got
Where
started.
did the addiction come from?
Call of Duty. So we would play Call of Duty in college, and after every Call of Duty match, these friends of mine would go and play this game called Magic. And I'm like, what the frick is this game? Because they would go and cool down a night of Call of Duty with Magic. And so I joined in on Xbox, and I learned playing Two-Headed Giant with my buddies, and they'd be like, would you press freaking X already and progress the turns?
Does everybody start Two-Headed Giant?
Dude, it's the best way to learn. It's so good.
Do you think kids nowadays just dive straight into Commander?
They do, and I think it overwhelms people. I think you need
Commander's
to learn.
overwhelming.
You need to learn.
I've been
kitchen
playing for
table.
like 15 years and I quit.
Quit Commander.
Commander because I can't do it. But
Yeah, I think you need to learn one-on-one creatures, lands, then add in spells. Like you're just going too fast if you go right. Like I taught my wife how to play, and we started slow. We started with Arena. Like we got her digitally on there, and then
Lindsay's downloaded it.
yeah, it's
She has
great way to
Arena.
learn.
It's officially like on the computer. So
I wouldn't play it long term, but yeah, it's pretty great.
all right. So Call of Duty into playing, and then Two-Headed Giant. How long did it take you to draft? How long did you open single packs? Because I opened single packs like way longer than
I never bought a pack
should have.
until my friends convinced me to buy one, and then I cracked like a $20 card of it, and I went, oh, I could buy this for $3 and crack 20 out of it. This is great. I looked at it from the finance side. But I didn't draft until I was 8 years later.
Really?
Core 2020 was my first draft.
I have I guess I opened singles for ever. I remember I wanted like one specific single, and it must have been. Where's Phantasmal Image? Do you have your computer?
Oh, yeah.
Give me a card search on Phantasmal Image.
That would have been.
I think I've told you that cheesy story. Have I told you the 22 card illusion story?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was.
So I was trying to
13.
Yeah, it was a while
13,
back.
I think.
Yeah.
12. Magic 12.
So I probably bought like. I'm almost embarrassed to say how many packs I bought. Yo, chat's coming in. I need some help. Go ahead and leave questions in chat, guys. We're gonna break to them normally. Right now, we're just reminiscing on Magic packs lost.
We got a Gwent Hearthstone player in the chat. Now, those are some games that I've only touched on briefly.
Gwent?
Gwent's from Witcher.
I know it's from Witcher. I played the crap out of Gwent on Witcher, but I've never... Because it's like a standalone game, right?
Yeah, and then they kind of made their own... It's in the game, so it's in the actual Witcher game. Then they came out briefly with a standalone.
That's what I haven't played the standalone. Marvel Snap, I'm collection level 5,000.
Oh jeez.
This bum hasn't played at all.
I've looked at it.
I've looked at it. Have you played Marvel Rivals at all?
No. I've watched people play it. Again, like there's so many TCGs out there. It's like you kind of streamline yourself into one or two. Trying to branch out, it's a little overwhelming, especially with the finance side of things. Yeah.
Again, guys, Alaska Frozen Goods. He's my Magic hookup, but I branch out all the time. I don't know. I'm a big Marvel Snap guy, so
Oh, good.
it's more fun than it belongs. So, anyways, if you guys are just joining chat, I should have a pinned comment in chat that everyone's able to see, and you should be able to do purchases through our Auxxit app.
Oh, he says
that's
they're gonna
all.
release a physical Gwent game this year. That's sweet.
Okay.
It is fun. I don't
Why don't
know.
you scoot over just a
I don't
hair
know
so
about
everyone
long-term.
doesn't think I'm talking to my damn self.
They see my
but-
shoulder, right?
Yeah, they know you're
Yeah.
not alone.
No. Yeah. Yeah, we could.
Physical
some-
card game IRL gonna be released this year. I mean, Gwent was fun. Did you beat Witcher 3?
No. I got pretty far, but I did not end up completing the game. I don't remember what distracted me. It was a different game at the time. Might have been Warframe. I went more into Warframe than Witcher. I still have it. I still need to get back into it, but I haven't completed it yet.
Warframe's
Warframe's like a Destiny 2 kind of
oh my
game.
god. I'm
But
so
it's-
glad I never I don't know. I like okay. Best thing that ever happened to me was getting addicted to World of Warcraft like in 2004.
But when you quit World of Warcraft, you have to find something to fill the void.
No, that's the point. It's like cigarettes. It's not
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, I quit cigarettes to start vaping. No,
Yeah.
like that's like let's kick the habit.
True.
So I don't know. World of Warcraft was like eye opening with how addictive it could be, and so I was just like
True.
very cautious on where I put any of my time. Like I don't know. I guess I started doing Skyrim like at the same time as I forget when Skyrim released. But
2012.
yeah, okay. So that was like
2012.
was it really that?
Yeah, because I was working at a credit union then, and that's
I was gonna
where-
say late, because I'm for whatever reason I'm picturing Skyrim in like 2008, 2009, something like that.
I'm pretty sure it's 2012.
11, 11, 11 was Skyrim. Savage Pancake.
Mhm.
Shout out to Savage Pancake.
Nice.
This man's got the gaming knowledge.
Yeah, late 2011. Yeah.
Okay. What was the game in Skyrim? Because Skyrim also had mini games. I remember
Skyrim.
picking so many damn locks. It's like
Yeah. Game in Skyrim? Like a card game?
I can't remember. I'm just reminiscing at this point and seeing if there's anything like.
Yeah. What was that called? I remember Oblivion had a game, but I don't remember Skyrim had one.
Okay.
That's
4,500 hours in Skyrim. I
Oh,
have over
jeez.
1,000. I
Really?
definitely have over 1,000 in Skyrim. Like, Skyrim was okay. The funny story, like,
I shouldn't cover those.
I'm becoming like my dad. I'm becoming such an old man. Like I swear, because my dad used to complain. He's like, "Oh, I had to, the Doors, and I love the Doors and their album, but I bought it on vinyl, and I
CD,
bought it on
cassette.
cassette, and I bought it on."
Track.
Yeah, see, yeah, now I need to buy it digital, and then I'm sitting here and I'm like, I bought Skyrim on Xbox 360,
PC.
Xbox One, PC,
Remastered edition.
remastered, VR, and so it's like, I don't know. I'm
Borderlands
becoming-
too. Borderlands, you can buy. I own that on every platform.
There's no
By
mini
choice.
games in Skyrim like that unless there's a mod. Okay. But there's
Mods,
definitely
yeah.
mods. There's like
Okay.
infinite amounts of mods.
I thought there was a betting game of some kind. No, I think it was a different game. I think
I remember punching Stable Masters. I definitely remember punching Stable Masters.
that's a side game that very few people know about.
Can everybody hear us all right? We're doing audio off the phone tonight, so if you can hear us, give us a thumbs up in chat. Go ahead and leave a like on the stream, everybody, and subscribe. If you're in the mood to buy some Magic cards tonight, I have pinned a link to our Auxxit app. I'm not the Magic expert, but my buddy Alaska Frozen Goods here does sell almost exclusively through the Auxxit app. There is some Facebook stuff, and if you want that information, go ahead and voice your opinion in chat. But
Yeah.
otherwise, just thanks for hanging out.
Hey, yours is fine. Sweet.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we might as well just start beating
You
each
said
other
you-
up with Popper or something. But
We can do Popper. We can maybe
Crack some
spin a
packs
game
or
on
whatever.
Popper, or I don't know.
Yeah.
We got Savage Pancake, one dedicated viewer. Let's see if they're gonna.
Well, Savage, like I thought he said earlier, he wasn't too
Lindsay,
familiar with.
she's lurking.
She's lurking, yeah.
This is my mod Lindsay. She's losing in Brotato, if I had to guess right now.
So Pancake, what are some things you want to know about Magic? So you said you know there's other ones very well, but not so much Magic. Are there any questions you might have, or do you want to be introduced to some mechanics or whatnot? Totally up to you if you have anything you guys want to reach out and ask.
Yeah, questions in chat, whatever you
We
guys
just
got.
got done playing a massive Commander Cube night.
We cubed.
Yeah, it was a 10-person cube, and we had 3 different pods afterwards. It went. I think it was fairly balanced. The second games kind of went quicker, but that's good. It's always good.
What's the name of your cube? What have you named
I have
your
not
cube?
named it. It's Commander Cube. That's about it. Yeah, I haven't named it, but it could be drafted to at a giant as well. Yours? Did you name yours yet? You have an uncommon.
It's
cube.
the AK360.
AK because it's 360 cards.
Yeah.
Well, mine's a 766 card, so I can't really name that.
I don't know how you got to such a I don't know. His cube is daunting. Do you want to go get the It's hard to express how big these things are and obnoxious they are.
Yeah, I mean, we could showcase, but it's got 6 packs left in it. But
yeah, why don't let's go do a pack one, pick one out of your cube or something.
Yeah, we can try that.
We'll try and get these guys some kind of entertainment. All right, tried to get on the app, and even though all other card games worked fine, Magic Arena app seemed very slow, so I uninstalled it. Okay. I don't know. The Arena app is worth it. So, in my opinion, if you're starting Magic the Gathering, there's there's a lot of ways to play Magic, but they do kind of a pre-constructed or a pre-built, and then they also have a version of Magic called Limited. And my buddy's getting his cube deck, and both me and Ben, we kind of do the limited portion of Magic. And essentially what limited means is you don't need a prior collection, you don't need a big amount of cards, and you can play almost essentially completely free to play. So I do give Magic Arena 2 thumbs up. So potentially updating your phone system.
Magic Arena is an amazing way to start playing.
Yeah, I think.
Don't spend any money unless you absolutely love it.
Yeah, don't spend money. You don't have to.
But yeah, it's a great way to start learning because the mechanics are done for you. You really don't have to track much. So there are certain things that are done digitally that are way better than physical cards like Cascade and things like that. Storm. It's taken care of for you. So let's say I didn't catch up on him.
He was just saying he's installed on Arena. Yeah.
Try to get the app. The app kind of bogs down your phone and whatnot, so it is a little tough to learn if you don't have a proper laptop or phone or whatnot. And I had it for 362, and there's certain ones that they're predetermined decks. You can sub a couple cards. There's some that got crazy, and you can unlock cards.
I'm not even gonna let you advertise Magic 3. Don't play Magic on the 360.
No, don't.
Get Magic Arena. Get Magic Arena. Get Magic Arena.
10-year vet. Oh yeah, that probably was Brian Kibler, I bet.
Oh my God, who doesn't love Brian Kibler?
Brian Kibler's pretty sweet, yeah. So this is a played version of the Commander Cube. To draw your attention in would be these ones in the front here. These are the pre-made packs. So we would pass out 3 to each player, and we'll just kind of snipe this one in the back here. So they're pre-slotted. They're going to be a mix of all colors, and then the back 2 are all going to be legendary creatures as your commander. And so if we were to kind of look at this and do what we do in the cube is it's always pick 2. So most of the time people kind of immediately go to the back 2, look at the colors, look at what they do, and kind of decide from there. But if you're already on a track of hey, I know my color
I think you're
combo,
in too deep, man.
Too deep?
You're in too deep, man. He's not gonna know because you're gonna do I'm just trying to break it down and get him onto limited.
Oh well, no.
Please play limited.
I thought we were trying to describe the cube, but if you're just trying to kind of go off of
we'll get in the cube. I don't know.
Well, you're trying to go off of
general. I'm trying to. How do you what got you hooked? That's what I'm saying. So you were on Call of Duty. Let's backtrack back to the
to be honest,
story.
The art got me.
I want to hear the origin story. Okay.
The art got me hooked. Like the black cards, kind of the art of the black cards, and some of the white. And then from there, it was just playing with my friends, playing Call of Duty with these guys, and then chilling on Magic was kind of the way that got me into it. And then then I figured out, oh, this is a physical game, not just a digital.
It's
version.
funny that you had kind of the reverse, right? You said you bought a pack and then like 4 extra money, so you saw kind of the return immediately. Is that right? Or because my experience, my buddy ripped a Batter Skull, so that's like a $60 card or
Used
whatever.
to be.
Yeah, used to be. Sorry, he's up on the reprints. They've basically reprinted everything into
the
Oblivion.
ground. Yep.
So, but yeah, no, mine started. He ripped a Battle Skull, threw me the whole pack, and then I got to see Loxodons, which are basically like
elephants.
Yeah. They're humanoid elephants with spears and warriors, and they fight. And I was basically just like dumbfounded and like, you mean I can have an army
of elephants,
of war elephants with spears? This is the most
the tribal
ever.
player is born. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think everybody starts tribal.
We've played. I think we both have played Hearthstone.
I like Hearthstone. So again, we're both big Blizzard guys. Like,
right.
So
but I think Hearthstone. The thing about Hearthstone is it's digital only, right? So if you're totally cool with mobile games and laptop games, that might be your kick. The thing about Magic is it's both. So you can, if you're into physical card games, I think it's a better option because now you can actually play with the physical cards and do it in person, or what is it, spell table or whatnot, and do the digital side casually. Whereas Hearthstone is just one side of it.
Well, weren't they saying they're into like Pokemon? You know what I don't understand, and maybe you can enlighten me on?
Okay.
Like, so Magic has like a whole game,
Yep.
right? And I feel like when you're with, your nerds and you're hanging out, and like Magic's kind of what it almost unites us all. Like I just feel like it's kind of that core
original
game.
kind of.
Pokemon gameplay.
I'll be honest, I never played it.
It's terrible.
Okay.
I'm not trying to badmouth Pokemon too much. You didn't play Pocket? Did you download the new Pocket game when that came out?
Pokemon Arena.
Okay, that's like way old. That's not.
That's the only Pokemon I've ever played.
Is that even TCG or
It's
Pokemon
Nintendo
Arena?
64.
Yeah,
Pokemon Arena. You battle.
that's exactly what I'm
dudes.
thinking. So yeah, they have that's like Game Boy Advance style or whatever. But I guess I just don't know where the Pokemon gets its value. Because a lot of what I hear in Pokemon is like people are collecting.
It's 90%
Pikachu.
collectible, 10% players is usually what it kind of breaks down to. At least around here it does.
Okay, so explain that again then. So 90%.
They're just ripping for value, ripping for art, ripping for the cool stuff, and then 10% are actually trying to like play the game. But majority of people are just all collecting.
That's for our local scene.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's hardly games that are being played.
Really? All right. 90% of the Magic players are collectors, according to Ben. So why is nobody going to our shop and purchasing stores?
They're just hanging out and listening. That's fine. You guys can come in and just check things out. You don't even have to buy anything. Just go in and check out Auxxit. I've been in there for a few years now, mostly buying. I kind of keep the site up, it seems like. But yeah, it's basically think of eBay, but no sniping. So you know how like eBay counts down to the last couple of seconds, and whoever bids last wins. Whereas Auxxit is like if someone bids, it extends it a minute. So there's no sniping. It's kind of nice. So it's like you got your bid in there.
Just play
it. May or may not stick, but at least gives people a chance.
Yep.
And then there's just hard markets in there as well, where it's like, hey, this is the price I'm willing to let it go for. Come and buy it. What I do most of the time on there is I sell a lot of sealed stuff. That's what we kind of had laid out earlier. You can do rip and ships. I ship them whole. It does not matter. There's just not a lot of people that can purely buy a box. So it's like, hey, how about packs? It's a little easier that way.
As you can see, you can't buy a box. We got boxes for days.
Yeah,
so.
They are here. But for the most part, yeah, this is I got started. A local LGS closed down. I helped open another one recently, and then I just kind of kept going with the sealed status.
How's that going? I bet honestly, all these guys sitting watching would be interested because like you're in touch. Who owns Crazy Collector? Matt
owns Crazy.
And you're closer with Matt than you are with.
I was closer
I'm
with Spencer.
not as deep in the scene. Yeah.
Spencer branched into D&D, Warhammer, Magic, whereas AK Crazy does a lot of Pokemon, kids' toys, candy, that kind of stuff. He touches Magic a tiny bit, so like once in a while I can like cheese him into buying a box or two.
Yeah.
That's
he just does he have an online store as well?
He does have an online. So do I. Yeah, we all have online store because you get to a point here in Alaska where you you tap into a couple people, and then they might come back a month later. So
Yeah.
you've got all this stuff sitting here. It's like, man, what am I going to do? So we do sell a lot online, constantly shipping in, shipping out.
How do you
Because
deal with shipping fees? So I got another completely
Mhm.
unmagic related. I got a buddy who does eBay shipping, and I just think it's like I was like, man, you picked the worst freaking state to do yard sailing in,
it's
and it's
gotten
like,
way better. Back in the day, growing up, it was you buy something online, it would cost you triple to ship it, and it's like, what's the point? I'll buy it local. Nowadays, we're comparable to Lower 48, which is nice.
yeah.
So it does take longer, but it is at least priced similarly, which
Okay,
is
so
nice.
you're talking like the if it fits, it ships type
You
kind of
could
stuff.
do that.
Or I guess it's all
I
envelope
stay away.
size. It's all like small envelopes.
When you're ripping, it is like a full box. It's still you're shipping it in a cardboard box. But I use a lot of pirate ship, so it cuts corners a little bit with the price.
Okay.
Comes with insurance, comes with tracking, that kind of stuff, which is nicer than just
And
paying.
pirate ship is like external to FedEx and all that stuff. Or?
They kind of like buy in bulk and then resell. Kind of
Okay,
things.
so they're yeah. So
it's like what are the other big ones?
yeah, I get what you're saying. So he's essentially saying that it's like a conglomerate shipping company.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that they compete with UPS is instead of shipping individual envelopes all around the world, they buy like a shipping container and then ship whatever, like 10,000 whatever's across the country.
It's not that bad anymore. I used to barge stuff out a lot from here, but a lot of it's just
Okay.
flown out. Like you go on a flight down to Seattle, they're throwing mail on the bottom.
Yeah.
Like if they have any leftover room for luggage, they're throwing mail in there.
Okay.
And that's usually where my stuff kind of comes in.
I guess I don't ship much. I don't know. I had my grandma like mail me something when I first moved up here, and it was like $100 or something in
Yes.
shipping. And I was like,
If you walk into the
please
post
do
office,
not like
Yeah.
just don't mail anything to us.
if you walk into the post office and ask to ship something, they're going to charge an arm and leg. So I use third-party shippers, and it's way better, a lot cheaper.
Yeah. All right, checking up. Savage played Pokemon TCG on Game Boy Color. Definitely played Game Boy. I have a lot of like Pokemon on Game Boy. That's fine. I just don't understand like because nowadays you see all these videos of like these grown men running into Costco and like ripping the
Right. That's
the Pokemon like and I don't understand it because like I guess
So-
you're saying only 10% play.
It got so bad up here, they stopped selling it.
Did they really? I was
put it
actually gonna.
behind-
I was curious because I was wondering if our.
They put it behind lock and key, or they just quit putting it on the shelves. And it's
Really,
not
I was
bad.
wondering if our Walmart would be that bad, but
That's where I got some of this stuff, was just going to Walmart and grabbing it, but they've since kind of just put it behind the lock and key, or just stopped altogether. Yeah.
do you have Axum up?
I do. Yeah.
Just to see if anyone's coming through. Just a reminder, guys. Again, we got a pinned comment in chat. Go ahead and if you're interested, we'll rip boxes, we'll rip packs for you. Otherwise, we're just kind of hanging out. Appreciate you guys sitting in on a Saturday night.
Yeah. And I sell on TCG, Facebook, CardSphere, Auxxit, so I can always give track rates as everyone's.
And that's is it Alaska Frozen Goods?
Mhm.
Because here on YouTube, guys, it's Alaska FG, and he's in chat. So if you guys want to go ahead and give him a follow and subscribe as well, we'd appreciate it. So again, just chilling on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and all right. So we talked a little bit about the business of it. I guess shipping. You're saying a lot of collectors.
Well, you get to a point where you kind of saturate a local area group, and then you're almost kind of forced to sell online, depending on how often you're doing it.
I just feel like the scale is ridiculous. What's your take on like Channel Fireball? Because Channel Fireball seems like a nuisance, right? Because I mean, not a nuisance necessarily, but it's individual seller. It's almost like an eBay, right?
Right. They're
And
providing a platform.
I can't imagine how annoying it is to go on there and buy a deck list. Because you're not gonna have a full deck list, right? And so you're gonna buy it from like 7 different guys.
So that's where
they
they've started doing these direct buys. So it's like we're selling to them, and then they're compiling all those into one shipment order, but they're taking a bigger chunk. Whereas if you could buy all, and you're gonna get 10 envelopes in the mail. There's Card Kingdom that does that, but they charge an arm and a leg above normal prices. They kind of like name their own price. They're usually about 20% higher than.
Well, I noticed that because I was putting together my cube, right? And Card Kingdom was like
way higher.
Well, it's like you go to. I wanted to do it through Channel Fireball, right? Because you log in there and they're all like 3 cents a card, and I'm like, these are crappy commons. They should be 3 cents.
So they joined with TCG Player now. They're
Did
not
they?
their own thing anymore.
Channel Fireball did.
Yeah, I'm pretty
With
sure that's
TCG Player.
who they joined with. Yeah.
But yeah, because then basically I was looking at these smaller sellers, and it's like, it's like if I was selling my cards, I can't get rid of them. There's so
some
much.
of my sales come from that. Someone hit a copy paste a deck list and hit buy all, and mine happened to be the one that popped in, and I send them a card out of their 50.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
I do a lot on CardSphere, which is a trading platform. Low fees. We used to be 1%, now it's 3%, whereas TCG eBay are 13. So 3%, they basically take your funds and hold it. I send you the card. Once you receive it, they release the funds to me. If there's any issues in between, they handle everything. It's great.
Yeah,
but it's a great trading app.
Well, it's like there's definitely a benefit, but that's what I was gonna finish with Card Kingdom is like I can't get rid of this stuff. They're genuinely worth a penny in my mind, right? And then Card Kingdom has all these commons and stuff posted for a quarter, and I find myself kind of like arm twisted to an extent, and I don't know. I'm willing to pay a quarter because it's all condensed and in one spot.
Card Kingdom also does a great trade-in program. Like if you have a ton of stuff, you can just send it to them and they'll sort through it, accept what they want, and then give you like a store credit or less amount of money. So that's a great way if you have like a bunch of stuff you just want to get rid of fast, you can just send it to them. It's not going to be the greatest return, but it's better than you going.
Well, you're saying you do that locally too, right? Like, where's you got my little Pokemon crappy trade binder I brought? It's no big deal. Anyways, but yeah, the point is I bring him all my bulk, and like you sell a bunch, just bulked, right? Like for the most part, like.
Well, that's I have that separated out, like stuff that's under 50 cents, stuff that's like we drafted, and then this is the excess. For the most part, I try to move things through CardSphere, move things through Facebook. That's a lot of the stuff. Once you're established,
you get kind of the crew going.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I played like one match of Magic. I just remember I had to set down landscapes first.
Yep.
Before I can play other characters. You know who I love? Who's your favorite Magic creator?
Huh. She doesn't play anymore.
Okay. It's not Brian Kibler. Spoiler, I guess.
It's not.
Unless you're misgendering the long hair.
It is, hold on. How do I get back to what is her name? I might have just, Absurd Heroine. She has some great stuff, but she does not play anymore. Other than
she's like all on the collector side or the selling side, or what kind
just
of
arena.
content?
She just plays arena. Yeah, okay. She just makes decks. But other than that, I mean, the card market guys are great. They're a bunch of European dudes. Quest for the Jank Lord, I have two.
I just wanted like a second to shout out Jim Davis. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
He's the homie.
No, I mean I have Quest for the Jank Lord stuff. They're great and fun to watch and whatnot.
I had I guess my take is so. I feel mainstream.
You're
right?
doing pros.
I don't know. Who else am I supposed to know? Like little
I got guys. little dudes.
Nah, I guess. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, put some respect on the names that Ben's putting out right now, because he's like, you're more in tune with the small creators. I guess is what I'm saying. It's a bad take for me to be like LSV. That's the only way to do it.
He's doing legacy drafts. Like that's above everyone's head. Like you got to start small. Like, hey, I play arena. This is a cool card. Oh, they put it in a deck. Let's see what their deck looks like. And then just some of these creators just have great brains that kind of put the stuff together and make a cool deck. Well, but what he's talking about with, you're right, Pancake. You have to play lands. So like in Hearthstone, you get mana for free, right? In Magic, you have to physically play the card and tap it for your mana use to then play your other cards out. So yeah, you can't do anything unless you have those lands. It's a
Well, now I remember why I was trying to shout out Jim Davis, right? Because he had the good tip, I think, because Savage, you're trying to get into the game, right? So if you're trying to get into the game, Jim Davis had a really good tip on it, which was basically like, play a monocolor deck. Because like, I guess the main complaint is the land screw, right? Like most people complain about land screw, land flood. I just want my deck to work.
And the answer to that is
we could run podcasts for like 7 days on like Hearthstone verse Magic, because I just feel like the design philosophies, there's a lot to be taken from
people
them,
flip back and forth on it too.
Well, I mean, even lands, right? Just lands. Just lands.
You get rid of that.
Is like such. I don't get like I love it, honestly. I love the challenge of deck building in Magic. Like it just feels infinitely harder than something like Hearthstone.
Hearthstone attracted them because it gets rid of that.
Well, that's that's what I'm saying. It gets rid of it. So like the deck building feels more intentional. Like you need to plan around these freaking lumps of dirt. Like
You want them early, then you don't want them late.
yeah, exactly. So it's like it's a fine tuning. Like I don't know. We just did our draft tonight, right? And everyone's just saying
I'm getting
the 36-24, 36-24. Yeah, and I'm sitting next to two guys that are flooded. I'm like, should have gone 23 lands, like Mr. Two Thumbs right here, right?
True.
So it's like there's an art to it, and managing your mana curve just feels infinitely more important. Like you could do a deck in Hearthstone where
everything's action.
I haven't played Hearthstone in a long time, but I remember there was definitely like druid cards that would like ramp you, and it almost feels like a no-brainer. Like you can just put in like a bunch of 6 drops, 7 drops, 8 drops, because you're going to get there no matter what.
Right.
Versus Magic the Gathering, when I'm doing like my draft decks, I'm only gonna take like 1 6-drop. Right. Maybe 2,
but
maybe 3.
It
all depends.
To a newer player, it's more. I think Hearthstone is more enticing because you don't have to deal with that fast. You just play the game. Everything you draw is something useful.
Well, that's a whole nother. Like, I don't know how I got addicted to like hardcore, grueling, like masochist games. Like we were talking earlier about like my Warcraft experience, right? And like I was joking with Spencer, right? Because he was like, "Yeah, I got the Black on Courage Mount," and I'm like, "Okay, that's fucking crazy." Like kudos, right? Kudos to you for doing the Black on Courage Mount.
The original or in the new?
In the new release, right? But he tacked it on with a little asterisk saying, "Hey, we had 17 players on my server get this Black Scarab Mount." Which completely negates like the journey we did back then, which was like seriously grinding for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. So I don't know. There's I don't know how I became a masochist, but I am absolutely a gaming masochist. All right, in Hearthstone, I have a Hunter secret deck where it's mostly all secrets, and then a legendary card that replays all secret cards at once that were played during that game.
Yeah.
And Hunter has like the best secrets from back in my day. I don't know. I haven't played Hearthstone in a long time, but Hunter. I always played Hunter.
I played Priest. That was my thing. I played Priest because I was a priest.
Did you play during? Did you play during beta?
Just after, I think.
I don't know. They had Storm, so I don't know. When I'm thinking of like Hearthstone Hunters, I'm like reminiscing on Unleash the Hounds. Unleash the Hounds Storm.
I had Paladin, Warlock, Priest, and I thought Priest was the best of those 3.
They got it all. I mean, as of right now, genuinely, like. You're saying you haven't played it. I would recommend. I think Marvel Snap. Well, I don't know. I talk strictly free to play.
Yeah.
Which is not everybody. Like there's nothing wrong with dropping your $20-$30 or whatever $80 boxes, which we have on sale. You can buy them.
Not that one. That's not 80. That's not 80.
Tell bastards.
Here, I'll get you an 80 box.
Yeah, give me an $80 box. But like, it's not that you can't. But I like to enjoy them free to play. Personally,
it's easier entry.
And I would do again. Magic Arena is very good because they give you full blown drafts like 100% for free
and pre made decks.
They're
not.
I'm not the constructed guy. I just because my thing is like if I'm gonna play constructed, and this is true of Marvel Snap, which I'm about to recommend as well. So Magic Arena and Marvel Snap are kind of my two highly recommended free to play like TCG experiences, but I don't know, lost my train of thought I guess. But Marvel Snap got block on the App Store for a bit. That was actually funny because they were a link to
TikTok, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the parent company so I can sound like somewhat official on it, like it's somewhat of an official source. But yeah, they took it down, and that's the other thing about like these games. They're predatory, man. Because like Pancake, I'm gonna throw this out to you, man, because you're chatting with us, and we appreciate again everyone hanging out. And this question goes out to everybody, but why did Marvel Snap have such a massive gift to their player base? When they were down for like 48 hours, they basically first off, all these prices in mobile games drive me crazy nowadays. I could go on for hours about the pricing of mobile games, but so in Marvel Snap, they basically gave away the equivalent of like $150
because they were out of service.
They were out of service for less than 48 hours, right? So that begs the question in my mind of like, why are they doing such a robust return?
It's just a customer appreciation, right? More or less. You
It
don't
feels
think so?
so. It feels so much sinister.
Well, what if
to
they did
me.
nothing?
Well, it's like,
If they did nothing and you're like, man, you were down for 48 hours, I couldn't do anything, and now you did
see,
nothing
you
in
haven't
return.
played Marvel Snap though, have you?
No, so I
It's-
wouldn't know.
It's, I don't want to call it predatory. Like I'm playing voluntarily on my own, like free will. Um, but yeah, so, but when I play Marvel Snap, it's a lot tighter. I guess it's a lot like basically it's very they want you to log in every day.
Right.
And they want you to play.
They give you a bonus.
It's
when
so
you log in.
it's very malicious. So like they want you to log in like in AM in the afternoon and the evening. So and then they have people buying and they have people purchasing monthly passes for like $10 or whatever. And then they do larger bundles as well.
They're
so
loving and generous, Lindsay says.
what is that?
That's why they gave.
They're loving and generous.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little more skeptical. I think they're trying. Like, I just think it's like it's such a Skinner box, and then they just have you like pushing buttons all the time. So when they break that chain, then they're gonna have to like push it to another level. So
maybe. I mean, does it invest you into buying more right away when you get given stuff like that for free?
Well, that's kind of what I'm hinting at, right? Like they go down for 48 hours, and they got Timmy to steal from our good buddy like Alpha Investments,
right.
But they got their Timmy there who's spending $40-$50 a week, and then they get cut off for 48 hours, and that could be just enough time to switch into Magic Arena or Team Fight Tactics
that's or, you get
or anything like that.
You get them to log in every day. You give them stringing bonuses the longer they stay logged in.
There's nothing wrong with it. I guess that's business today. But anyways, how we doing on Auxxit? I see you're typing out to people,
I'm
or
just posting what's available for the moment. We got one other person to join in, just checking things out.
Yeah, by all means,
tons
guys.
of sellers. We have auctions every Tuesday and Friday now. It used to be Thursday. So Tuesdays we do a live auction, and then Thursdays we do the mods sell a lot of reserve list things, starting at $1. Most of the stuff starts at $1, which is pretty sweet. I can give you guys a snapshot of what I bought yesterday, actually. But a lot of reserve list cards, a lot of high-end playables. They do that all the time.
Here. Pitch them your handles. Give them all your handles for Facebook and stuff. Just in case they do want to buy something. Again, guys, like my buddy Ben here, absolute legit seller. Like, check out his links. Do you want a drink or anything? I'm gonna top up.
I'm good. I got a little bit. Let's see. So, obviously, you sell on Facebook. It's once you're established and you have like a reference, it's very easy to kind of interact on there. We usually sell with using PayPal. What are the other ones? Cart. Jeez, I have them. Venmo, Cash App, that kind of stuff. Usually, if you're uncomfortable with it, initially you do goods and services, which is protected for the buyer more than the seller. I also do trading sites like CardSphere. Mostly, it's just like a middleman kind of playing the in between. And then there's this link down below, which is Auxxit, which is more of an auction site. So you can put cards up for raffle or whatnot, or you can just do straight buy now kind of price things. And then, of course, there's TCG Player, when all else fails, massively known and established more or less. So I could throw up a couple just to kind of give you guys an idea of what's out there. I think I have links to most of them. There's a referral link here. Oop. And I copy that just to kind of give you guys an idea. I just have to copy this.
You gotta project a little bit just because the phone's a little far away.
A little far away.
All right. Where we at, y'all? We're giving y'all 10 minutes. So go ahead and jump in the Auxxit app.
There's cards.
Pinned comment.
Facebook's
Give us a purchase here in the next 10 minutes. We'll rip it live on stream. Otherwise, we got our handles. We'll open one kind of fun pack for you guys. But we are on the wrap it up phase. Any green or black infect, I'm assuming, or insects. Is that insects or infect? I assume he's meaning infect. Green or black insects. What do you got for him?
Zonies. I mean, that's in the queue, but actually, you're looking for singles. Yeah, or the newer
Do you have a
insects.
Do you have a list of your singles as well online, or
That card sphere link would be the best one. It's got
Card sphere?
all of them. I just linked it above there. It's a referral link. It did not go through.
maybe
That
not?
did not go through. I'll fix that.
If you want to email it to me, maybe it's because you're not an admin. Let me make you an admin in my chat as well. Give me 1 second there, Mr. My Name. We're gonna try and get you a link to all of our single cards that we have available to you.
Right above his thing, but
So give me 1 second. We're gonna give my buddy Ben admin control. Okay, cool. Maybe try and send that link one more time for him.
sure.
Talking about the other stuff, since you guys are trying to sell stuff and feel like I'm being a bother to
He's
you guys.
fine. Don't worry
No,
about it.
Pancake, yeah, you're chilling. You're hanging out.
Yeah.
But we are wrapping up just because it's late on Saturday night. We just want to jump on here and kind of see. I've never tried one of these streams before, genuinely. So we were a little curious just kind of what's going on out here. So if anyone is interested, if anyone's on the Auxxit app, go ahead and do it. We have other ways to do transactions, but not when we're broadcasting live. We're just comfortable with the Auxxit app. So
I mean, I've done YouTube rip and ships all the time. I just link kind of payment methods, and then you guys can just send from there and request what you want. That's the easiest, quickest way. But again, not always comfortable for everybody.
Yeah.
Let's try this one more time. I linked it and it worked, but let's see if we can do it again here.
All right. Trying to get a link out to a single list, guys. And again, about 5-6 minutes left, guys. If you want, go ahead and join us in Auxxit. If you want to do a purchase, we'll rip something fun here at the end of the night just to give you something. But
so as far as insects that I have, I'm trying to think. I don't really have a lot of the current things. I know insects were pretty heavy in the last couple sets, so I have a lot of older stuff. Off the top of my head, unless you're looking for like a what's the landfall one that
I'm not
knows?
gonna know any of the insects.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask
the one
you.
that multiplies itself whenever you play.
Scoot Swarm.
Scoot Swarm. Everyone wants Scoot Swarm, so that's
Fucking mine. Are you playing Scoot Swarm?
one.
Is that
He
you, my
probably
name?
is,
Are
yeah.
you playing Scoot Swarm?
He probably is. Let's see, TCG. I need to figure out that one. So I have a lot of Facebook stuff. There's really nowhere to go and look at stuff. He's like, no.
He's playing innocent. All right, that's fine. That's fine. I won't target you first in the commander game.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, who's doing? Yeah, give me like I'm out of the loop. Who's the insect commander? Like,
there's a few. I mean, there's a couple that were from.
My name. Who's your commander, buddy? Who you playing as insects?
If he's even playing commander, he might be playing standard doing that. Yeah.
Standard.
Yeah.
That is a format I have not played in forever. And I really like it for a while. I'm learning about it.
Grist the Hunger Tide, yep. Okay. So that was the one in the cube. So you're trying to make a Grist deck where you can kind of keep flipping into insects all the time, yeah.
Flip into insects for more.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you want to pull it? I mean, you had your cube here. Maybe show them a couple of your favorite cards. We got Grix. We're winding down, y'all. Go ahead and follow the links. Alaskan Frozen Goods posting links. The pinned comment from Gimpzilla is directly to our live sales right now. So if anyone is interested here in the last 5 minutes, give or take, if you want to put something on the line, let us know.
So the thing about the cube is there's no real like insect tribal in it. You would just have, it's like black-green graveyard. So you're trying to mill yourself, pull things back out, that kind of stuff, get value out of your graveyard. So an actual insect deck, you're gonna be looking at.
That card just came out. That thing's ruining my uncommon cube also.
Which one?
I don't know. There's some like there's an uncommon piece that people are like almost infinitely recurring with all the time.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I don't remember the name of that.
It's Grixis. It's black green, but yeah.
Oh yes. So this set, March and the Machine, had a few, and anything kind of in that Phyrexian era had a few poison insect kind of shenanigans going on. The newer Modern Horizons 3 had a lot, and I think not Ether Drift that just came out, the one prior to that, Bloomburrow, had a few as well, just very small. Okay. But I don't know if I have any like physically going. What do you got?
What's the hot new tribal?
otters, squirrels, mice. You know,
Otters?
all the bloom burrow stuff.
Okay, Bloomborough. I think I heard about the otters.
Oh yeah.
I've always wanted a jellyfish one. I don't know.
Jellyfish would have been these guys. There's actually a jellyfish commander in Battle for Baldur's Gate. That's what Spencer plays. It's green white.
This is my channel, guys. Where's my D&D buddies at?
Yeah. Good.
I actually have a boxes. So hey, I'll finish with that. Let's finish with that. All right, we got 2 minutes left, guys. We're gonna wrap up. Make sure you do subscribe. I personally am a D&D channel, so I have a lot of D&D activity, Dungeons and Dragons. I have D&D boxes, so sub up. If we get enough followers on this chat, we do enough live streams, I'll be giving one of those away. Why not?
Let's see.
So sub up and subscribe for any future videos. Any final thoughts here, Ben? What do you got? You want to show them your favorite card out of your cube?
I would even not know what that would be.
You don't have a favorite? You don't have a pet card that you
Thousand
build
Year
around?
Storm?
Thousand Year Storm?
I didn't even get to draft it this time. Yeah.
You have full storm in your deck? Because that's what that does, right?
Yeah, it's I took out all the storm cards, but I got payoffs for it. So it's yeah, blue white or blue red is just Spellslinger Storm, and it was opened up across the table for me for pack 1, and I never saw it. So it's like great. Didn't get to do that. I forced black white.
I can't draft storm. I don't have the skill, guys. All right. Again, Gimpzilla, follow. There's Alaskan Frozen Goods, Alaska FG on YouTube. Go ahead and give them a follow. Any purchases, links available. Maybe we'll do it again, guys. And until then, keep flooding.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
All right, cheers.
See you guys.